Alright, now if let's assume you have a certain value like k plus q raised power n. Now if we are to say that, assume that k is equals to 1, that's you expressing a certain value of maybe like 1 plus q raised power n. In that point, you should know that every aspect of k will be taking 1, and 1 raised to power anything will still be 1. So that means that it can literally be ignored all through our expression. In that point now, we can actually say that we are having something like this. This could be expressed as, just let's assume we also want to induce it for, let's say, now this particular this expression we want to note now is actually valid for negative value of 1 less than x, where x is less than what, 1. So x being less than 1, you could have 0.9 downward or 0.99, that just that with downward, and also negative 1 being less than that particular variable. So s is valid for this expression. It can be utilized or used. So don't worry, when you get to a certain process where you want to utilize it, you will understand this breaking down much more better. Now, if you are to express this now, we are going to be having something like this. You should know that at the first point, n combination what? 5 combination 0, k raised to power 5. K becomes 1 raised to power 5, which will give you 1. And this one is also 1. This one is also 1. That means you are going to be having what? Automatically 1 plus the next one now. You are going to be having what? 5 combination 1. Then q raised to power 1 plus 5 combination 2. Q raised to power 2, and so on. Like that. So k would be ignored. So approximately now, you can just say that approximately, given that 1 plus q raised to power n would be approximately equals to just ordinary 1 plus what? 5 combination 1q, and the rest of value like that. Let me just put it that way. 5 combination what? 1q. So this is like what you're trying to express, that if it is in terms of 1, you can break it down to this point without not even associating k to it directly. Are you get what I'm saying? So let's move on to some one or two application of this to see what they are trying to explain better. Alright, so let's check out some certain aspect at which you can do with, what do we call it, binomial series calculation. So let's look at this first one. That to express this using binomial series, you all know we don't need to waste our time. We know the expression is k plus q raised power n, right? And k would be equals to what? 2a. K would be equals to what? Minus 3b. So I will mainly be expressing it as expanding it most cases. I might not break it down to the end. So yours is just to make sure you break it down to the end. So the expression is what we want to deal with so that we can couple up a lot of examples. So at this point, this will be equals to 5 combination 0, right? Of you having, what is our k? 2a raised to power 5 and minus 3b raised to power 0 plus 5 combination 1, 2a raised to power 4 minus 3b raised to power 1 plus 5 combination 2. Let's even put this out so as not to waste time. 3. So 5 combination 2, you having 2a raised to power 3 and having, let's add the 5. The 5 is okay. So 2a raised to power 3 and minus 3b raised to power 2. So plus 5 combination 3, 2a raised to power 2 minus 3b raised to power 3 plus 5 combination 4, 2a raised to power 3 minus 3b raised to power 2 plus 5 combination 5, 2a raised to power 1, 2, okay, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, this is 1, sorry, 2a raised to power 1 minus 3b raised to power 4, then 2a raised to power 0 minus 3b raised to power 5. So we have to expand this 5 combination 0. We are mostly going to be using calculator most times so as not to waste our time. So this will give us 1. So 2 raised to power 5, you have 32a raised to power 5, right? This will be minus 32. You know, 32 times minus 3. But do not forget, oh, sorry, this will be raised to power 0. So anything raised to power 0, all of them will give us, everything will give us 1. So we have only 32a raised to power 5. So 5 combination 1, 5 combination 1 gives us 5. So you have plus 5 into bracket 2 raised to power 4, you have 16a raised to power 4. Then multiplying minus what? Minus 3b plus we are having 5 combination 2. So that gives us 10. You know, we all know that that's breaking down already, Pascal triangle. So you have 8a raised power 3, then minus, let's sort out this. We are going to be having what? 9b plus the next one, 5 combination 3, 1 5 10 10 5 1. So this will give us 5 combination 3 should also give us, so as to confirm, will give us 10 also. So you have 10 into bracket 4a, and this will give us what? Minus 27b raised power 3. This is 9b squared. Please you check thoroughly. Nobody's bound. Anybody can make mistake. Nobody's bound to make mistake. So plus 5 combination 4 gives us 5 into bracket 2a. This become positive. Then this is going to be 81 b raised power 4. Then plus 5 combination 5, so it gives us 1. Ignoring the 1, you are going to be having minus 3b raised power 5. So you have 2 raised power 5. You have 243. This will become minus 243. And you get some, because this becomes 1, this becomes 1 also. So they are all out of the game. So this becomes minus 243 d raised power what? 5. Are you with me? Applying the, what do they call it? The binomial series. So breaking this down, you have 32 a raised power 5. I said I won't break it down, but let's just break some little. 5 times minus 3 times 16. You have that as minus 240. You have minus 240 a raised power 4. Then b plus breaking it down like that. Things I've made example under this before. So just to express it in terms of binomial series. So you break it down like that, you get your final answer. Now there are some certain point they will ask you that, what is the question will ask you that expand it and find the coefficient of a raised to power 4b. In this point, you have to make sure that you expand all the expression very, very well. After you have done expanding it very, very well, then you now look at what is the sign and the value that is beside a raised to power 4b. And your answer will literally give you what? Minus 240. Are you getting what I'm saying? So that is how to deal with when the question is being asked that what is the coefficient of this something. Look at the variable you have been asked and look at the sign and number at the front of it. Are we clear? So that is that. Let's look at example 2, please. Alright, at this certain particular point, let's look at some certain example. Let's say we want to evaluate something like this. So maybe like some certain significant figure. If you are being given the certain significant figure you want to express it, to make sure you abide to that rule. Or we are not abiding to it, we want to just literally express. And yours can be more than this. This is just like an example of what you need to do whenever it's something like this. Now you have to obey the rule of this. You have to put them in something like this. 1 plus x, that's expressing it in terms of something like this. Now how can we do that now? In order to have 1 at this point now, you should know that this can be broken down by saying 1 minus, do not forget. So if you have to say 0.97 minus 1, that should give you, that means you are going to have 1 minus 0.03 raised power 2. You should know it is still the same thing as 0.97 back. Okay, so at that point now, if you have to express it using the application of this, we know that this will be equals to what? N combination R now, right? And that will be what? 5 combination 0. I told you that 1 is going to be a useless thing throughout. So directly we just move on by saying what? Minus 0.03 raised to power 1 plus, 2 combination 0. I'm actually used to that 5. So plus 2 combination 1 of minus 0.03 raised to power 2 plus 2 combination 2 of raised to power so you have 0, you have 1, and you have 2. Sorry about that. So you know in the expression of we saying this is q, so q starting from 0 upward, you have 0, you have 1, and you have what? 2. So at that point now you have to express this. You are going to be having everything here will give you 1 plus, then you have to punch your calculator. You are having 2 combination 1. So 2 combination 1 gives us 2. So you have 2 into brackets, and that will be, this one will give us minus 0.03 back. So you are having 2 times minus 0.03. You have a minus 0.06. So that will be minus 0.06 plus, then 2 combination 2 should give us 1. So 1 times this will give us positive value, don't forget. So minus square will give us positive value. Then is 0.03 times 0.03. So that gives us so you are going to be having into bracket 0.03 squared. So you have that gives us 9 times 10 raised to power negative 4. And at that point, you know what you are going to be having like that. So this will be equals to 1 minus 0.06 plus you are going to be having 0.0009. That's 1, 2, 3, then 4. So at this point now, at this point, you have 1 minus 0.06, right, plus 0.009. So at that point, our answer will give us 0.949, approximately, breaking it down. You have to determine the middle term for this. The number you have been given is what? Is 7. So it is this 7 that you use to arrange yourself. How? In terms of k plus q raised to power 7, we know k would be equals to 3 and q would be equals to what? X, right? But at that point, we know we are dealing with the middle number only. That's what we are being asked to evaluate. Only middle number. And at that point, that means you have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The middle number is what? 4. That means the R would be 4. So therefore, breaking this down, that would be 7 combination 4. Are you with me? Then k raised to power what? K raised to power, you don't forget the law. K raised to power n minus R. That means n minus what? R, that's 7 minus what? 4. So that will be k raised to power what now? You are having 3. K raised to power 3. And what? That will be k raised to power 3. And q raised to power what? 4. So at that point, that will be equals to 7 combination 4. What is our k? That will be 3 raised to power 3. Are you guys what I'm saying? 3 raised to power 3. Then x raised to power 4. So this will be equals to 7 combination 4. That gives us 35, and this will be 3 raised to power 3 now, which will be 27. So 35 times 27, that gives us 945 x raised to power what? 4. So that is our what? Our answer. Are you getting what I'm saying? That is how to break this particular aspect down. So if the question tells you determine the middle term, determine the fifth term, determine the sixth term, so you should know what they're actually moving to already. Just look at this expression, just like we did it. Then you get your answer directly. So let's look at some other examples, please.